Hello, everyone. This is Anil Khwaja. I'm a registered migration agent, director, and co-founder Think High Consultants. I'm excited to bring this exciting show. We would be having one of the top leaders of a professional provider of performance education, exciting panelists with us. We would be having some questions, some tricky questions regarding the professional year, how they place their students, and there would be lots of other related questions we would be asking with one of our great panelists. We have today with us Megha, who is the placement consultant as professional performance education. Along with that, we have Steve, who is the corporate partnership leader at Performance Education. So we will be right back after a short break, and then we'll introduce to our panelists formally.
Professional year programs. Professional year programs are well-structured professional development programs for engineering, accounting, and IT professionals. This also leads you to an additional 5 points towards general skilled migration applications. Contact Think Higher Consultants at thinkhigher.com.au.
All right, welcome back, guys. So let's start our session with formally introduce one of our panelists. So let's have Steve on board.
Hey, Anil.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Yeah, very well. Thank you very much. Thank you for that absolutely glowing endorsement. How have you been today?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Another wintry autumn day here in Melbourne. Fingers crossed that it warms up later on this week, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can see there is some sunshine coming on Saturday, but let's see how things go. Yeah, excited about that. Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah.
Fingers crossed, and let's hope the Hawks can also, the Hawthorn Footy Club can get up and secure another win as well.
Absolutely. I'm looking for that game as well. Yeah, absolutely. So we have another panelist, as I told you, Megha Sharma. She is the placement coordinator at Performance Education. Let's welcome her on board as well.
Hi, Anil. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Meg. How are you?
All right. Hi, Megha. Thanks for joining us today, Megha. We welcome you to this exciting session. So, Steve and Megha, we would be having some questions which we would be asking, especially regarding what the professional is, how the performance education works, and what benefits, and the other important stuff we can know about the performance education. Because keeping the fact that once a person has been graduated either from IT or accounting background, this is one of the biggest the challenges they may face, that which is the best provider they can choose to be a job ready applicant in the market. So we would be first asking about the performance education. So Steve, if you can just tell us about the performance education, what exactly they do.
Yeah, so at Performance Education, we're one of the leading brands that are here purely to assist students get a job in their field of study. So, we all know, well, a lot of the students that are hopefully watching this are all going to be well aware. They might have finished their university degree. They understand how difficult it is to get a job in accounting and IT today. It's a real challenge. So we're here to support the students and give them the best opportunity they possibly can to finding and securing their first job here in Australia. And that's done by, the great work that Meg and her team do by, speaking with the students and coaching them, mentoring them and educating them on how to operate in the Australian business. And my role is to go out and find good, trustworthy host companies that are willing to support those students during their internship. Yeah.
Wonderful. So it's one of the I believe that it's one of the good part of performance education is that everything is in place with so much integrity and quality that student, once they get enroll into the performance education, they don't need to worry about any internships and the placements and all. Yeah, that's wonderful. So first, sorry, I've introduced you already, but I want to formally introduce yourself, what exactly you guys do. First, let's go with the Megha first. So Megha, if you could formally introduce yourself to us. Yeah.
Sure, definitely, Anil. So, I'm working as a placement consultant with performance education from last 2 years, and my main responsibility is to prepare and help students to find suitable placement opportunities best suited to their skills and qualifications. So that's what I do.
So that's an awesome job you're doing it. So let's get back to Steve now. So Steve, if you can just tell about your role, in performance.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be very hard to beat Mega. She's an absolute superstar of what she does. But my role, we work really, really closely with Meg and her team. But my role focuses specifically on going out and meeting with companies and organizations that are looking for committed, driven students that are willing to complete their internship with us. So we meet with these companies and set expectations across both parties and making sure that they're going to be a good fit for the students, where they're going to be educated and they're going to be given the necessary skills that are going to make it in today's IT and accounting. So it's quite a fulfilling job.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So Steve, just tell me about the performance education. How many campuses do you have and where exactly they are? Yeah.
Yep. So we have 4 campuses at the moment. We're based in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane and Adelaide at the present time, yeah.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So you have covered most of the Australia, which is
definitely.
Phenomenal. Yeah, awesome. So Mega, for the viewers who have just joined us, just tell about what exactly the professional year is and who are the person who can do the professional year, because there must be some sort of, those who are right now graduating or they have no idea what exactly this program is all about. So if you can just brief us about that.
Sure. So we actually provide professional year for IT and accounting students. I think Steve can actually answer this question better than I can. So I will just throw the question to Steve.
Sure.
No worries, Meg. Hopefully I'm not muted. The professional year is here to support the students, basically. It's a program that's set up to give these students the best opportunity to make it in today's IT and accounting industry. It supports them in what they need to know to make it in the industries today. And it covers everything from the first part of the course is all the academic side of things. So where you're looking at how to dress for an interview, how to write a resume, how to conduct yourself in a business meeting. And we also go through things like what are Friday night drinks. So that's obviously not a key part of the course, but it is definitely an important one to cover all that, how to work in the Australian business world. And then after the students have completed that course, they're then met with Mega's team, where they go through with the students' strengths and weaknesses. They get them prepared for their upcoming internship. And like I said before, that's where I come in and where we look to match up the students based on their skills to find the most suitable companies. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So for the viewers, the professional year program is generally from the migration perspective, it's a program where you're able to get the skill assessment done once you finish this program. It's generally a 1-year program which consists of obviously the classes and the placements. So once you're done with the placement, you get the completion letter and the transcript. And if you're going for the ACS or ACS IT professional program, then you get a complete award that leads you to get the skill assessment done. Along with that, you also get the 5 points towards the permanent residency, which is a very plus point. So Mega, I just need to know what kind of support do you do regarding the internships? Like what sort of preparation that the student needs to do along with your team to get the internship?
Okay, so how we prepare students is students actually get opportunity to have one-on-one consultation sessions with a placement consultant. So what does that mean is we meet with our students, we help them with their resume edits, we try to understand their qualification background as well as the expectations and their skills. And then we also explain them the requirements of the internships as well. Another support what students get from us is access to the webinars. We give them full access to edit their resumes. We also give them access to resume templates, we also run free interview workshops. Now, when I say free interview workshops, what does it mean is we run mock interview sessions, which prepares them for the upcoming interviews. And students also have, they can also actually do the technical testing as well. When I say technical testing, which means that they can actually test their knowledge and skills in particular subjects. So they can take the test and they can see where they actually stand in particular subject. So this sort of support is given to the students.
All right. So for that one, is there any automated system being built, or the student needs to come down to you and set up a time to discuss about all this?
So yes, so whenever the students actually, whenever it's time for their consultations, so they actually get an email, then we open the time slots, they book in the time slots, they have one-on-one consultations with us. And I would also like to mention that they also get access to PE career coach, which is again an extra advantage to them to prepare them for the upcoming interviews.
Wonderful. So those audiences or those potential students who really wanted to do a professional year program, I would really recommend performance education, because if you can see, everything is in place. And apart from the other providers, which obviously I won't be disclosing any names, but you have to reach out to them to get them into the system. They are just reaching out them to place them to the internships, and this delays the PY program more than 1 year, which is sometimes quite regretting for those who are spending money and at the end they're not getting the results. But performance education, spot on. Whatever our clients are, they're pretty happy as well, and I would highly recommend performance education as well. So let's talk about the kind of companies we would be working or the students would be placing in. We'll be right back after break, and then I'll ask the same question with you guys. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Jess talking to her parents on Skype and showing concern that she wants to stay in Australia as she's getting really good opportunity to one of the renowned company. She further said that I'm in search of a good consultant and I'll apply TR through them.
Okay, goodbye mom and dad, I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, take care, dear.
Jess opens her email as soon as calls finishes and she sees a newsletter from Think Higher Consultants, which says free temporary visa application if you get professional year program through Think Higher. She calls to Think Higher and discuss her situation with their qualified counselor. They explained her the benefits of professional year as well as offered her free temporary visa application. They also explained the checklist for temporary visa as well. Jess was so satisfied that she submitted all her documents online and got her temporary residency visa and professional year application done. Contact Think Higher Consultants for resident return visa. We provide personalized and on-spot services leads to permanent visa pathways and Australian citizenship. Facebook/Think Higher Consultants. Twitter/Think Higher House. Instagram/Think Higher Consultants.
Alrighty, so we are back. So let's talk about the companies where the performance education works with the industries where students can be placed during the internship program.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to jump in on this one. So we work with lots of different companies, from small, medium to large organizations. If to drop a couple of names, one of the companies I really enjoy working with is 2XU, which is one of the leading sports brands that do activewear here in Australia. I think they also have gone international by now for sure. We've recently bought on a major energy supply company called Glowbird. But we work across the board. Red Cross is another organization that we spent a lot of time with. So we work with from small to medium to large size companies, and often when we're speaking with students, they often have a tendency to want to work for the companies like Telstra and those bigger companies, but more often than not, we encourage the students to work for those smaller companies. And the reason behind this is because when you're working for a small company, you might actually be sitting next to the CEO or the CFO of that organization. So you're going to be exposed to so much more information. And if you're a sponge, you just soak everything in. Whilst if you're working for one of those big companies like Telstra, you know, they are fantastic companies, and Coca-Cola, it's great to have the name on your resume, but you are only quite a small part of that team, so you're not necessarily exposed to the grand sort of scheme of things. So, you know, there are pros and cons to all those sorts of things, but yeah, just to give you a bit of an idea, they're the type of companies that we're always looking to put students in.
Yeah, absolutely. Because what I have even I've seen that if you work with the small companies, you learn a lot as you talk to our audiences. And by that time, once you have good skills, then you can jump up to the big companies as well. And
100%.
Absolutely. And there are lots of applicants which I have seen they have started their own businesses as well. So they've been an entrepreneur and starting their own businesses when they work with the small businesses. So there is the leverage where you can always achieve to a bigger cost rather than going with a big company and ended up getting nothing out of it. Yeah. So absolutely.
Correct.
So Megha, what are the attributes that students, the companies normally look into the students? Like, are there any prerequisites they need to meet to be the part of that company?
When it comes to attributes, I think each and every company definitely looks towards the attitude of the students, what sort of attitudes and what sort of technical skills they are bringing on the table. So this is the reason we actually prepare our students, as I said earlier, we actually prepare our students to meet those requirements, what company has. So before sending them to the companies, what we do is we also send them the job descriptions so that they can do the research well about the company and they can actually showcase their potential when they go for the interviews.
All right.
I also want to just jump in now. I don't want to steal too much of your time. I know we have a bit of a time limit, but Meg is absolutely right there. And I think I'm a really big advocate for what Meg said around the attitude of students. These days, roles are always being able to be taught. You know, you can be shown and taught how to program and do any sort of IT or accounting sort of stuff, but having a really good driven attitude, being motivated, wanting to be a part of the team is one of the real big ways to secure internships and jobs moving forward these days. Yeah.
Absolutely. So a question for both of you. So any important tips you would like to give to the students when they are going for the interview? Because obviously you've been selecting the companies, but there must be some standard sets when you're going to the interview. Yeah.
Very, very simple tips I want to give to our students. First tip is dress professionally. Second is arrive 10 minutes early. Always smile. Speak clearly and at a normal pace. Revise the content of your resume. You should know what you have mentioned in your resume. Revise your technical skills. Very, very important. Prepare at least 2 questions to ask during the interview, and please do send a thank you email and follow up after the interview. So these are the tips from me. Steve, do you want to add something?
You're exactly right, Meg. Everything you've said there is perfect. You know, if we had all our students doing those types of things, we would have almost 100% success rate. Turning up on time, making sure you dress professionally, all those things you need to do, and it's the 1%ers that you do that make a difference. And a big thing is that Meg mentioned right at the end there is writing a thank you email. And in that thank you email, all you need to do is address a few of the things that you spoke about during that interview. You know, saying, "Oh, I'm really excited to be a part of the team. I think I can add X, Y, and Z." And be a good part of the group. So yeah, perfect, Meg. I don't have anything to add, unfortunately.
Absolutely. All right. So yep, there's a very great tips you have done it given to us, and hope that our audiences who are expecting or they really want to enroll in the professional program, they have get most out of the information. As I said earlier, Performance Education is one of the top providers for the professional year program, and they only do the professional year, not like other providers where they have, heaps of products there, and then they are confused about how to, structure or how to provide the best quality, the product out of it. But the performance education, they have never disappointed. And since I'll give you my experience about the performance education, we were the host company last 2 years back as well. And we have somewhere around 32 interns, and out of the 10 are still working with our company. And they have grown up such a big pace that now they have got more opportunity with the big companies as well. And we have given them opportunity for bigger positions as well. So
Wow.
two of them have gone to the HR managers and, accounts manager. One of them is an IT software manager at Think Higher. So there are heaps of opportunities around the corner, especially when you do a professional year from a performance education, I must say. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for your time. It was really exciting to have all of you here. And we have got some awesome information regarding the PY and PE. And hopefully we enroll more students to performance education in near future. Yeah.
Thank you, Anil. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's been awesome. Cheers.
Thank you. All the best. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Think Higher Consultants offer the best PTE online training. Think Higher is the only PTE online training institute in Pakistan. We are #1 PTE online training institute, 5-star ratings and positive reviews, Australian-based qualified PTE and NADI teachers. Our students are achieving 80 and 86 score in PTE.
Contact Think Higher at pteclasses@thinkhigher.com.au.